Hello everybody, I'd like to introduce you to my good friend George. George is 102 years old and he's going to share with us a few of his secrets on getting old.
Yep, I'm 102, and it took a long time to get here.
Okay George, well I think, George, your eyebrows are getting so long.
I know, one of the perils to getting old.
And you didn't comb your hair this morning.
Oh, who cares? Look after yourself. I'll look after myself, okay? Now what are we here for?
Well, we're going to try to find out and a few of your secrets to getting old.
Well, number one, you gotta exercise.
Is that right, George? So what kind of exercise do you do then?
Well, I like to go for 5-kilometer walks down the highway.
Really? Which highway do you walk down?
Well, I like to walk down the Caribou Highway. It's nice, it's beautiful, it's relaxing, and it's good exercise. Fresh air, you know.
Don't you find it a little bit dangerous walking down the highway with all the traffic?
Well, it's not the traffic that I'm worried about.
What are you worried about, George?
I am worried about the birds.
Well, why are you worried about the birds?
Well, they tend to follow me down the highway.
Now, and what's the problem with that, George?
I think they want to eat me.
What? They want to eat you, George?
Yep. I think they're waiting for me to wander into traffic so they can see me get run over and then swoop down and pick my bones. They're just looking for fresh roadkill.
You really think that's what they're doing?
Well, either that or they're waiting for me to drop dead. And I'm not about to do that for the birds. Goddamn vultures.
Okay, George. Well, what are some of your other secrets to getting old, George?
Well, if you really want to get this old, you gotta eat properly.
And how do you eat properly, George?
I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables.
Is that right, George?
Yep,
Okay, well, what kind of fruits and vegetables do you eat?
a lot of colorful vegetables and acidy fruits like oranges and apples, a few bananas, all the stuff that gives you wet farts.
Wet farts, George.
Yep,
So you're saying that your diet gives you wet farts?
yep. You know what a wet fart is?
Well, I have a good idea what a wet fart is, George.
It's a fart that's wet, goddammit.
Oh, well, I kind of figured that out, George. It's all in the name, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Wet fart.
Okay, George, so you like to exercise, but you're scared of the birds.
Yep,
And you like to eat properly, but there's a downside to that. You have a lot of wet farts, eh?
yep.
And what else do you like to do to stay young, George?
I didn't stay young, did I? Look at me. I'm old. It just helped me to get old.
Okay, George, so you're old. And you got this old by eating properly and exercising.
Yep.
How's your mind?
Well, I'm a little slower now. I have to take a shopping list for anything over 2 items.
Is that right? You can't remember 2 items?
No RAM left up there.
No RAM?
Yeah, you know, memory. Isn't that what you call memory in computers? RAM?
Yeah, that's what you call memory in computers. So you got no RAM left.
No RAM.
Okay, so you go to the store and you got to take a list with you for a couple of items. And so have you been to the store lately?
Yeah, I went to the store the other day, and I came out, and of course I had my wife with me.
Yeah, and she went shopping with you?
No, she laid it in the car. She hasn't eaten properly or exercised properly, and she shows her age a little more.
Is that right? So she hasn't done the work on herself like you have?
No,
So you left her sitting in the car and you went shopping.
yeah.
And so what happened then?
Well, I came out, got in the car, I looked to my right, and she wasn't there. I couldn't believe my wife had left me.
Okay. So where did she go?
Well, she really didn't leave me. I looked to my left. Then I see her in the other car. And I say to myself, what the fuck? What's she over there for? Then I noticed this wasn't my car. She was sitting in our car and I got into the wrong car. So you see, my mind is going. I can't be trusted. But I can still drive.
Okay, now that we're on to your driving, I've noticed that old people tend to drive a little erratically.
Oh, well, it don't matter, does it? You guys want to finger us and yell at us and honk your horn at us. It really doesn't matter. You know why? We can't see you and we can't hear you.
Is that right, George? You don't know when somebody's angry at you?
No, could give a fuck either.
Okay, George, so you don't care. I have noticed, though, that old people tend to leave the blinkers on a little longer than they should.
Well, it's not that we forget to turn them off. It's that we turn them on ahead of time so we can remember to turn. Oh, jeez. The things us old people do to stay young and sit.
Okay, so you turn your blinker on so that you can remember to turn. That doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Not to you. It does to us, though. Oh, jeez.
Okay, George, well, have you got anything more to say about getting old?
Yep, it hurts. Don't do it. It's goddamn painful.
Okay, George. Thanks for all your input on getting old and how to get there and what to avoid.
You're welcome. Till next time. Bye. See you in heaven.